the amount of content in this chapter of One Piece. Not just like, some stuff happened. The amount of things to talk about. My gosh.
Sometimes I be riding your face and hit like Genjutsu in place. That's how it be though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C though. Eyes watching but we never seem to be though.
Yo, ever since the 900s, like, can anybody deny that One Piece is, like, the best thing going right now, manga-wise? Like, there's no denying it, bro. Like, yo, let's talk about a lot of things in this chapter, baby. I got my notes here, okay? I got a long list of notes, probably the longest notes I've taken in a while on anything I've reviewed. That's how much. Let's start off. Let's jump right into it, baby. Big Mom and Kaido, boy. I'm sorry, seeing a chapter start off with Big Mom and Kaido talking, like, yo, what is life right now? Did we ever expect to see this in One Piece? Like, well, I guess we expected, but I feel as though this is something that we've been waiting for so long, and it's finally here, and it's hard to believe. So we find out immediately. For starters, they both want to kill Luffy, so Luffy is in even more danger. Like, I don't know, aside from Roger, has anybody in One Piece really done what Luffy is doing, to the point where the government wants him because of his ties, the Yonko want him, because of what happened with Big Mom and everything. Like, it's just so much hatred aimed at one poor little lad, Monkey D. Luffy. Well, I don't even call him poor little lad, because his body, you know what I'm saying, he does his work or whatever. But so let's start off with Big Mom and Kaido's past, because something huge was blown open with this one. The fact that they used to be on the same pirate crew. Their captain is now deceased, but they're even stronger than they were before, and they're just absolute monsters. Garp apparently put a stop to a lot of it, and their era was seemingly, Roger pretty much stopped everything. Like, Roger really wrecked a lot of dreams, okay? Like, Whitebeard, the strongest man in the world, never became the pirate king, what I'm saying? Drifted off into the sails of the sea, never became that guy. Kaido and Big Mom never could become Pirate King because Roger just swept right by them and stuff. Like, Roger really left his mark. This showcases yet again over and over, which it makes me want to see. I want to see, which it could totally happen. Like Magi did it with the Sinbad spinoff. We need a story really giving all of this. And I don't mean to, like, give it all away, because it'll keep on being revealed as time progresses or whatever. But they could even plan out, like, okay, you could show these parts because it hasn't been revealed. You can show these parts because it's already been revealed, and as story continues to progress and we learn more about Roger, then they could keep on revealing things in the backstory series, because he's just done so much. Again, let's talk about how, 40 years ago, apparently, Big Mom and Kaido had it, but Garp put a stop to it. Garp is the hero and their captain. Immediately, the only person I can think of, unless this is a guy that has not been introduced yet, Shiki. Maybe Shiki was their captain at some given point. If you don't know Shiki, the strong world dude with the peg legs and stuff like that, it's a possibility, because Shiki was a big dude. He was, running around at that time, and running around with peg legs, but what I'm saying, he was that dude. So Shiki is the only one that comes to my mind immediately. I don't know how canon they classify. I know there was that One Piece Zero chapter and all that stuff, but Shiki is the only dude that immediately comes to my mind of maybe he was their leader, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that Kaido and Big Mom were together, I don't know how much weaker they were at that particular point, but for them to be on the same crew, that is absolutely insane. That crew was a monster, and I don't know what happened to their captain. Garp put them down, I guess, or whatever, or Garp stopped them or whatever. But just imagine these two people that are Yonko now, rulers of the sea and stuff. They were together at one given point, ruling stuff with their captain that obviously had to have been even greater than them at that time. Again, I don't know what he's like in comparison to what they are now, because again, they said they're even stronger now at this particular point. Again, their captain must have been something incredible. So aside from Shiki, I don't know. I guess let's start jumping into those theories. What do you guys think? Who was their captain that was leading the two of them? What led to, I guess, well, his death led to them splitting up, right? The captain dies, and okay, they gotta go on their own ways. And then on top of that, Big Mom helped Kaido out at some given point. I'm kind of curious what it was. Did she save his life at some given point? Was it, what I'm saying, why would she? I don't know how long Kaido's been on this suicide mission or whatever, but saving his life ain't really a big deal. Maybe she saved one of his loved ones or something like that. Something had to happen for Kaido to, even though he don't really appreciate it that much, because he's like, that was the past, I don't give a rat's ass, whatever. Either that, or maybe, just maybe, on a hard night, Kaido was in the ship, he was down under, he was like, man, you know what I'm saying, I ain't getting no Wi-Fi out where we're at right now, you know what I'm saying, the old hub ain't loading up. and he was just there like, what do I do? And Big Mom crept in there. She was like, yo, you could be like my 90th, you know what I'm saying? We could have some kids. And she gave him a quick one, and it was a wrap. Maybe that was what she did. No, I'm sorry, I had to throw a little bit. Like, absolutely insane way to start a chapter. Again, you starting off with Big Mom and Kaido. You're doing this to me, Oda. Oda! You're a genius, boy. Like, this chapter, man. I don't know how he does it. There must be so much people that work on One Piece, because there's no way one man can do all of this incredible stuff. Writing alone, not to mention drawing all of this stuff. Like, it's too rich. It can't just be, there gotta be some, you know what I'm saying, a couple of ghosts around him as he's crafting everything, putting these things into motion and checking and making sure that all of it goes chronologically and in continuity and there's no mistakes, because this is too rich. Either that or the man is the biggest genius in the world, because connecting these dots, because again, now it goes back, again, the captain, and why is it that Roger was able to surpass all of them and quickly, you know what I'm saying? We know that Roger screwed over Big Mom in some way. He got, you know, to Poneglyph and he kept on going, but just I want to know more about Roger. How was he able to finesse all of these people? It's never been mentioned of him having a devil fruit, so if he did all of this with just hockey and his own hands and his mind, absolute monster. Because look at Big Mom, like, yo, look at Kaido, how you did that, bro. Insane and crazy way, again, to start off the chapter. But let's continue. Not to mention real quickly, just to one last thing, you know, them saying let's stay friendly like old times sake, and you know, them planning to, well, they're not necessarily planning to meet up, because Kaido's like, yo, you come through Linlin, I'm botting you, you're getting the fuck up out of here, you know what I'm saying? So it is interesting to note that they left it easy enough to encrypt for the government, which is obviously clear as day some sort of trap. They wanted everybody to hear this conversation for whatever purpose. Now, what is the purpose? You know what I'm saying? Why would they want the government to hear this so that they could come and try and stop them? Also, it's interesting that they planned this out, this conversation, because this had to have been planned. And again, I'm wondering, like, was Kaido acting when he said, like, you come through, I'm gonna kill you, and, you know, she's trying to have this meetup or whatever? Why do they want the government to hear this? Why would they stage this in this fashion? Is it because it's something to lure them in as well? They want to take out some of the government? What is going on here? I mean, Big Mom right now, she has an axe to grind. She want to get at Luffy. Kaido, same thing. You want to get at Luffy or whatever. But there's more to it than meets the eye if they want the government. And of course, again, they're doing this during the Reverie. What a better time than any if they want to do a secret meeting with these two giant monsters than while the government is preoccupied with their little meeting and their talks or whatever. Yeah, do that big meeting while they're distracted, because all of the people that could possibly intervene and jump in are gonna be at that meeting as bodyguards and stuff like that. So definitely Big Mom and Kaido cooking up something, the foreshadowing, the setup, baby, things that we dreamed of for years of seeing in One Piece is finally really coming to fruition. Which I want to throw in something real quick. I want to ask another question. Do you think, because of the way things keep escalating, it's like every arc becomes grander than the last since we've hit New World, you know what I'm saying? Like, every arc, Fishman Island was okay, then Punk Hazard raised the stakes, Dressrosa got him even higher, Whole Cake went even higher against a Yonko, you know, it continues to progressively get bigger. Next up, of course, is Wano. Do you think we'll ever get one of those more smaller, foxy type of arcs, or that's just completely out the window at this point, considering we're progressing bigger and bigger, grander and grander, more dangerous territories? I think at this point, the best we're gonna get of any type of downtimes is just those one chapter deals where people are reading the papers of what happened. I don't think we're gonna get any more of those, because again, look at this chapter alone. It brought forth even more insanity. Nice touch, by the way, of seeing Akainu and Kizaru. Kizaru's like, yo, you want me to go right now? And he's like, hold off, because Wano is still a mystery, which that's something that, you know, Kaido has in his bag. On top of the fact that Kaido is a monster. We've seen him jump from Skypiea and land, and he's like, fuck, I'm still alive, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, on top of that, then nobody knows about Wano and the swordsman there. Who knows? For all we know, maybe Wano isn't really that strong as we think, or it's beyond strong. Because, I mean, we've seen Captain Jack came out of there. We've seen a couple people or whatever, but I'm just saying, this thing is a big mystery, and possibly for a reason. For whatever reason, you know, he don't want people to know what's going on, aside from hiding certain things from people or whatever, but maybe they might not be as strong with a giant army, or there's something more to it. Because remember, Kaido was creating those artificial devil fruits and giving, maybe there's just a non-stop monstrosity of animals there. And good call on Akainu. As much of a piece of dog crap that he has become, or is, and probably always was or whatever, he knew. He told Kizaru, nah, chill, we don't know about Wano, they're not in our district. And then flash forwarding to Garp, when Garp is there, man, I love seeing Garp, and it always makes me question why, out of all of that Monkey D, Garp, Dragon, Luffy, why does Garp always rock with the Marines? Why did he go that route to begin with? And why, I mean, we seen in that one poster what seemingly was Dragon at one point was a Marine. What made him leave and why Garp stood? Why is it that Garp continues this? I mean, he takes things so lightly. They're talking about, you know, over intercoms, two monsters is talking about slaughtering his grandson, and he's just yucking it up, laughing, eating. I'm like, Garp, that's your grandson, which, Don, you know what I'm saying, is Don, I don't know how to pronounce it, but the chick with the big club that beat his face in last time, if she would have catched that, you didn't save Ace. If something happens to Luffy, she's not even gonna play, bro. That baton is taking his head off, period. So Garp better, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, in a way, I wish Garp would have changed slightly. I mean, I get it. He's going to be Garp or whatever, and he's going to be like, you know, no, we can do anyway. But after Ace's death, you would have think that he would get a little bit more serious when it comes to things like this. That's your grandson, and the people you work for, and the thing that you dedicated your life to, they're seeking to kill him. Garp, understand that, bro. I understand you want some G shit, but you need to get through to your head that this is dangerous and your grandson could die. So I was a little bit like, damn, Garp, no matter what, he's still gonna be. And that's that whole family, you know, they're not scared of death. They're not fearing nothing, but he will be, you know what I'm saying, very sorry if something does happen to Luffy, which the government wants him, the Yonkos want him. He's in dangerous waters. Also, quick note, that Hina chick makes me really wonder, because Hina, you know, she was pretty chummy with old Garp there and knowing this knowledge and stuff like that. I want to know more about her, just like, you know, Jewelry Bonnie. There's a lot of mysteries with certain women in the One Piece world. It's like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, don't forget, Luffy's heritage as far as his mother goes is still a mystery. So a lot of people theorize Jewelry Bonnie, you know, she's using her powers to regress. But then at the same time, which I know I'm kind of trailing off, but why did Akainu allow her to go? Is that his wife? Is that his daughter? What's up? Everything is just kind of like making me question a lot of different things. Again, how she knows a lot of this knowledge of, like, the reason why Garp is the Marine hero is because he put a stop to the pirate group that had Big Mom, Kaido, and that captain that is seemingly dead. I hate when One Piece does that. It's great writing, but man, I hate having that carrot dangled over my head of, like, who was it? Who was that captain? Was it Shiki boy? I would love to see Shiki back in action, baby, as far as, you know, in the story. I know, you know, he got RIP'd or he got dusted off, whatever, but I want to know more. Who was the captain? And then when Garp said, if they return, there'll be an even greater threat and it'll be huge or whatever, you just gotta imagine, like, just think about it for a second, right? Imagine the 4 Yonko and, well, even if you want to throw in the Shichibukai or whatever, but let's just say the 4 Yonko and all of the pirate groups that want to rock with them or whatever. Imagine all of these people, including the revolutionaries, really went against the government. If Akainu was scared, not scared because there ain't no fear in that man's heart, but if he was apprehensive to send forth the admirals and send them through to do this and you know, try and stop this meeting or whatever, imagine if all of these dudes worked together again with the revolutionaries. They could take down the government. The government knows that they're outclassed power-wise. That's why they even say, okay, to the Shichibukai, we'll pardon you. You can rock with us, because they know they need more muscle. They know at the end of the day, the 3 admirals is only gonna go so far. That Buster Call ain't gonna cut it on a, you know what I'm saying, a few Yonko or whatever. So that always makes me like, yo, if they would just work together, they could easily overthrow the government, get rid of it, and then truly be free to live on the Wild Wild West type of deal. So kind of interesting. And again, why Kaido and Big Mom wanted that conversation out, I don't even know. To be honest with you, I didn't even think we were gonna see Big Mom for a while. Like, I thought after Whole Cake it was gonna be a while because she took that L, and you know what I'm saying, she was gonna just be out the picture. The fact that she's already back in it and things is moving forward, it really makes me think, yo, One Piece is not going to be as long as people think. It's not going to be another 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, things is moving a lot, especially since we've hit the 900s. Now let's talk a little bit about the empty throne, which honestly, yo, if Oda isn't inspired by Game of Thrones all the way back to a few years ago when he announced Throne Wars and stuff like that, come on, bro, the empty throne, which, can we all agree that Sabo's foster brother, stepbrother, whatever, he is going to purposely sit on that throne and cause some massive chaos? Either they're going to kill him, something really bad is going to happen if that dude, or I want to even argue and say when that dude sits on that throne, because he's he's overzealous about it. You could tell that he has no respect for authority no matter what. The dude from, I want to say he was one of the elders from the Gorosei or whatever, is telling him about this history and how this is to say that there's not one king, there's many kings or whatever. He is going to sit there, and it is going to be, maybe that's what Fukaboshi was thinking, because, okay, Fukaboshi had that premonition, and then of course what happened to Shirahoshi in the chapter, and we'll get to that in a second or whatever, but maybe there's more to it. Maybe he'll actually sit on that throne, and they're gonna have to kill a king right there. There's so many different outcomes, but best believe I can almost guarantee that dude is going to sit on there and something is going to happen. But whoever takes him out, like let's just say Sabo takes him out for doing that, or saves him. There's so many possibilities, but I can almost put my fucking left nut. He's gonna sit on that chair. And then going to the Celestial Dragon, ordering that big hunk dude to wrestle down Shirahoshi and everything. Man, I love it when Oda brings back references, seeing the Otohime going through Neptune, you know, the flashbacks of Otohime and everything. It always shows that, you know, when people say skip this arc in One Piece, skip that arc in One Piece, you really can't, because if you skip Fishman Island thinking that, you know, somebody told you it's a boring arc or something, you are missing out. You're not going to know the significance of Otohime going through Neptune's head and telling Neptune, like, you know what I'm saying, one day we got to keep doing this on some Martin Luther King type of deal, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't get it. So very, very nicely done on Oda's part, bringing that back, bringing the ideals into Neptune, which Neptune almost threw it out the window, because at the end of the day, yes, he wants his kids to live in peace, but it's a big shock. I just came to the land and they're wrestling down my princess? Are you kidding me? Any father, let alone, you know what I'm saying, take it out of anime and manga world, any father sees something, of course they're going to be on that way and say, as much as I love you, babe, and I respect your dreams and everything, I can't do it. I can't see my daughter being wrestled down like some animal. So very, very amazingly played there. I mean, again, this chapter is just so much, you know what I'm saying? You got Rebecca and Vivi trying to jump in. You got the Tontata, bro, which... part of me is like, yo, the Tontata, yo, no fear in that little guy's heart. He went through, he was like, that's one of Luffy's friends, I don't give a shit. But then on the other half, I felt like it was kind of fan service to see the Tontata. I don't like the Tontata, you know what I'm saying? Seeing him getting bodied real quick by CP0, I was like, yeah, thank you, Oda. I appreciate that one, boy. CP0. We got Lucci and Kaku, and then the dude with the weird mask, and then I don't think that's the same chick that had like the rubbery, slippery body from the CP9 or whatever. So I'm kind of curious what happened to her. I know I was following the stories for a while, which I want to know exactly what got them to being onto CP0, because if I'm not mistaken, after the Water 7 arc, they were hunted down. After Water 7 Enies Lobby, they were hunted down from the cover pages or whatever. They hunted down Kaku and, you know, Lucci and stuff. So for them to be in CP0, I really want an explanation of that at some given point. Like, give us the full backstory on why and how did this happen. But I gotta say one thing. I do think Lucci, he stayed who he was. I wish there would have been a little bit more of an apprehensive nature to him now, considering everything of like what Spandam put him through and all that stuff. Because, like, you know, they say go, and he goes. You know what I'm saying? He just continues on with that soldier-like mentality. I don't know if it's because they gave him a second chance and he's like, screw it, but I would have liked a little bit more development in Lucci's side of like, okay, you know, I don't follow any order. Maybe we will see it more, but I mean, for crying out loud, he was just like, yes. They tell him, you know, do it, and he's like, yes, without a second thought, even though, I mean, come on, bro, they wrestling down an innocent, you know what I'm saying? She's a mermaid, but she's innocent, and you're gonna just say, yeah, okay, I got him. Lucci should have advanced a little bit. My personal opinion on Lucci, I think that he still has that same mindset that he had all those years ago in Enies Lobby. And then, of course, Neptune was just about to throw hands when the dude, which that was kind of like a random insert, that one Celestial Dragon that was saved and has a different mentality. And it also showcases a bigger message, aside from just the story itself, that not every bad person or every person part of a group that is deemed bad is going to be bad, and then vice versa or whatever, because we had a Celestial Dragon that learned the error of his ways. Otohime helped him out and stuff like that. So it shows again the significance of that arc. Fishman Island is very significant. A lot of things, the box that was in there, you know what I'm saying, that eventually had the bomb to blow up a, you know, Big Mom's place or whatever. Like, a lot of significance in Fishman Island. You can't gloss over that, and this was just another example. Now I gotta ask you guys something, right? Because I've always thought, yo, the Gorosei, the old guys, you know, the elders or whatever, they're strong. But you gotta think for a second. When they ordered the soldiers to leave the room, when Shanks showed up, that made me think, like, they're not scared. You know what I'm saying? And I assume they have power, but, you know, crazy theory. Who knows if they have the original devil fruit and they got the original powers of everything in them, because they wasn't scared. They wasn't even like, whoa, Shanks is here. They didn't even care. They were like, yo, you know, this is business of other stuff. What are you even doing here? Soldiers, get out. Let's hear what this man has to say. You a strong dude. I'm just thinking to myself, if these are some old, frail dudes, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, whatever, they should be kind of fearing that Shanks is going to body all of them right now. How the hell did Shanks even sneak up in there? That's another, you know what I'm saying? But whatever. Shanks showing up. Now, he wants to speak about a particular or a certain pirate I'm either thinking it's got to be either Luffy, which I don't think he's going to come there and beg for pardons for Luffy or anything like that, or Blackbeard. And why is it that he would go and come to talk about them? Very big and interesting thing. Overall, absolutely incredible chapter, filled to the brim with very exciting foreshadowing and incredible content overall. Honestly, I can't give this chapter no less than a billion out of 10. You know what I'm saying? One Piece fan mode up. Nah, not even on a fan mode. Just as a narrative, as an incredible chapter. This was just brilliantly done. Everything. I mean, packing in so much content. This was a bang for your buck. If there's a One Piece chapter you're going to read this year, read this one. Best chapter, again, probably best chapter of the year. Like, I gotta keep it honest, it's just so freaking amazing, this chapter. So many questions. Who was Big Mom and Kaido's captain? Did they separate just because he passed away? Why did they want this message to be heard? They left it unencrypted. Was it to make Luffy hear it and say, yo, I'm gonna go and fight both of them? Or is it to stop Luffy? Like, so many questions there. I wouldn't mind a little more insight on Otohime reforming that one celestial dragon. How did Shanks get in there? What is Shanks coming to talk about to the Gorosei? Why are the Gorosei not scared of Shanks? They told their soldiers, you could leave. How strong are these people? And if they're that strong, why is it that they need the admirals and all these people? Is it just because they don't want to do all this work? It's like, yo, we strong as hell, but we just the ace in the hole. We don't want to do all that groundwork. We let these dudes do it. Also, the Wano Kingdom being shrouded in mystery. How strong are they? Akainu apprehensive to send Kizaru. He's like, hold on, boy. I don't want to lose my mans right now. Just chill out. And your overall thoughts, incredible, absolutely insane, amazing chapter of that One Piece greatness, baby. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk my Facebook, and follow me on Twitch to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. My gosh, that One Piece chapter, though. Greatness.
Making major moves, laughing at the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity intact, cream stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. But now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite, but never. No matter how you get it done, no matter